transmission. Sean's transmission.
If you turn your hearing aid up a little bit, you might be able to hear me better.
I like it. That's Mopar stuff.
No, it was definitely Stanky's fault.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed history.
That's what I say.
Okay, today's video is sponsored by Sick Barbecue, Touch a Smoke. So any purchase on the merch site, between now and Tuesday, you are going to get a free bottle of Touch a Smoke. So get over there. It doesn't matter if you buy a sticker, t-shirt, whatever you get, it's going to come with a free bottle of Touch a Smoke. Give it a try. There's as well a whole line of sauces and spices over there. Go grab that stuff. There's some new sauces and stuff coming out soon. But for right now, go buy something, get a bottle of Touch a Smoke. Thanks for watching, guys. Go forward. No, forward your way.
Oh, well, okay.
A little more. Okay, good. Up, go back.
Hey.
Your way.
My way?
Yep.
Just a little bit. Stop
Right.
gassing it so
Good.
much.
Holy crap, that trans brake.
Hey, you're gonna fall off.
Yeah. Right way?
Keep it cut.
Yeah.
Not straight.
Straight tire.
Straighten the tire out. Leave it cocked just a tiny bit, but there.
Stuck again.
Are we good on the ramp on that side?
Can you straighten it out? Boom, right off. Holy shit.
The car is onto the stand, onto the plate. Bobby's working on maneuvering it. Jenna, tell us about the car.
So this is my car. It's a 69 Dart. It was originally my grandpa's car. My dad bought it from him. I bought it for my dad a few months ago. So now it's here getting a lot of things.
So Jenna is the glue that holds everything together. So Glenna's the one that answers the phone for the alarm company, and then a lot of people get the emails back from Jenna when they have questions, answers, different stuff. So shipping, anything like that. But so what is your car here for?
A lot. Roll cage, new trunk pan, floor pan, leaf springs.
It is also here to get the air shocks removed from the back.
There's only one air shock on the
So
back.
it does
if you
not look
look
like a
underneath.
1985 high school cruiser.
I like it. We're gonna leave it.
But
They wanted to do that.
no,
That's Mopar stuff.
no.
Jacked up.
So probably the biggest thing we're going to do is ignore anything Jenna or Joel has to say, and then we will just build a cool car. So,
Yep.
right?
Right.
Just don't take any days off because you're going to need some money. Do they make lowering spindles for these cars?
I'm sure they do.
And then you could at least get a little bit of travel back in there.
By Monday, Bob, as long as we can use that to lift the body off, and then we
I
can
know.
fix all the rest of this
Do
shit.
full tube chassis and half it, right? Struts and 4-link and big tires and
Low maintenance bracket car, Bob.
It would still be low maintenance.
what the fuck? Them are magic, aren't they?
Fucking magic.
Those are cool.
Old school Mopar, like it has
Like
those
all
cross
the-
rams like a trunk.
It has the mechanism inside there.
Well,
It's
like a
kinda
trunk.
cool.
You know how those crossbars?
Damn, look at that guy.
She's
Brand new,
fresh.
be cool.
fresh.
Damn. The motor's fresh? Well, is it or isn't it?
It is.
Oh.
Fuel system's all new.
It's from
Yeah?
Grandpa's garage, so should be good.
I like it.
Me too.
I'll try and do a good job.
Try. I've only
Try.
ever seen you do a good job.
I'll try.
Hey, these nuts made it the whole way.
What are those for?
What does that go to?
Man, there's some bolts.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh yeah, these are good ones here.
All
too.
your water pump bolts are gone. Your water
Oh,
pump
they
is
must have
gone.
been sitting there.
They were probably right.
Was the water pump there when they left the house?
Good thing they got a rag in the water port.
There's a rag back there and something too.
Yeah, look at that baby.
Yeah, I'd depend on that to stop me when I was doing
You don't like my
150,
60.
master cylinder?
Remember, we
60
already
miles
turned
an hour.
60.
60 miles an hour. Then an upgrade you can do is put flappers on it.
Flappers,
Yeah.
nuts.
Ting, ting,
Like
ting,
a
ting,
real
ting,
tractor?
ting, 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 ting. It'll be cool. Are you eliminating the heater and all the shit, or no?
You're the boss.
Well, no, you still have the heater cores in there. So I didn't know if you're just eliminating those things, or you're gonna leave them in there and be able to drive the car around when it's cold out and stuff.
Yeah, no, probably not happening.
This is just straight up drag car, not gonna cruise it anywhere or nothing like that.
You gotta
It's gotta
ask
be
the
a
boss. Yeah, see,
I would
I was
say-
already told.
Kind
gotta
of
be a
needs to be a
cruiser.
cruiser. I
It's
mean,
got to be
damn.
a street car.
All right, we're back on 2.0. We got to get it ready for a win.
I don't know, we got NHRA race. We got tests before that.
So how much time do we have?
I got a month or so. Yeah.
Probably gonna
Well,
take
earlier
just
we
about
got a
that
test.
much.
Dude, just to bolt the rear end in?
So the problem is this.
It actually looks almost done, Mel.
It is until I start tearing it all apart to fix the problem. So shocks are too high up on the housing. We won't be able to let the car sag enough and have up travel in the shocks at this point. So I have to lower this point on the housing. So there's a spacer in between these two plates that has to come out, which means I have to dismantle all this stuff. There's an internal spanner nut inside to get all this out. The spindle will come out. And I'm going to make a billet block that will bolt into this, and this, and stick out. And our new bolt position will be 2 inches down in between these two to fasten the shock back to the car, which will lower this 2 inches. Because if we did this, we're not even using these shocks, we're going to another set. They have 6 inches of travel. Normal setup is you try and get somewhere in the middle. And then if we lose another 2 inches, we would only have roughly inch and a half of up travel. So we want more than that. If I lower this, it'll get me back to my 3.5 inches of up travel. This piece has to come out. I'm going to machine it off, but it's sandwiched between these two plates. So once I get that out, I'll cut it out of the way and create a block that will insert in between the plates, get sandwiched and connect with these 3 holes. This one being our lower wheelie bar mount will not be used anymore. And the block that I'm going to make is going to put the wheelie bar mounting point lower now, because on this car we have to tie up the wheelie bars for traveling, and then I can't remember if he takes them off for drag and drive stuff or if he just leaves them on and ties them. I don't remember what the hell he does. I think he might take them off and put them on the trailer, but either way, we want to be able to ratchet strap them up. That way when it's in transit from place to place, we're not taking these on and off. It's much easier. And with this pivot and this mount being here, when you swing the wheelie bars up that far, the wheelie bar would run into the bottom of the shock. So I'm going to make this far enough down that these will still swing up, and they'll be in line with this, like the other rear end brackets that were on the other rear end that's now junk. We twisted it. This plate and this plate are no longer parallel to one another. they're twisted. So it's kind of been a problem with the car for a lot of races. So now we've come to the conclusion this should possibly fix all the problems and the car can be back to its normal ass kicking mode.
All right, folks, update on the dually. The giveaway dually. So the winner's been selected. Contact, they're going to be in later this week. Going to be good details. We're going to have them in the video and everything. So awesome. 4th giveaway. It's a car guy that won it, a subscriber to the magazine even. So more details coming, and there you go. That's the update on the giveaway dually.
So 1.0, the head's got to come back off for like, actually the first time this year now. It's been a year, but for like the 75th time since this thing
What are
is.
you talking about?
Oh, the head's got to
I
come.
can sort of hear you.
Can you?
I can.
If you turn your hearing aid up a little bit, you might be able to hear me
so
better.
I can hear what you're talking about.
Do you want us to talk? Do you want him to be that way so I can talk towards you so you can hear it better?
See me now, okay, Brian?
But the head's got to come off this because last time we put them on, and when I say we, I mean we. It wasn't just me, so you guys can't all blame me. But before PRI, when I had to go, there now appears to be a head gasket leak, because the cooling system is making pressure, which seems to be a problem we've had a lot recently. But this typically doesn't have that problem, so we determined that it has to be some sort of head gasket leak. So pulling the heads back off in order to fix the leak, I guess.
We bought a new rear end housing for 2.0. It is a strange modular, so it's all cast aluminum and got all this stuff. The problem with it is the rear shock mount. The lowest we could get it was here. So to get the car back to its correct ride height, I needed to move the shock down on the housing from the rear end that was in the car and the shock mount that was in the car before. So on a piece of poster board, I made this first. So I was actually going to bolt straight through and have the shock on a single shear. I decided to change that and make it exactly like the original rear end bracket. So I added this ear, and then I incorporated the wheelie bar mount in it to here, because this would have been the wheelie bar bolt. This is a bolt that takes a big brace and runs across from this set of plates to the other set of plates. This piece actually goes in between here like this, so when it's all bolted together and sandwiched, you can't distort these two plates. This piece was in here. Well, now the new bracket is all one piece. So now this will sit in here like so. And I am not a machinist, so don't make fun of me. But this took me quite some time to make this crazy ass bracket. And it's each plate recesses into it. So here's the bracket. And yeah, I de-ate it to decoy a little bit of my mishaps, because this is all by hand on that machine over there. I hand cut it out of this chunk of aluminum, which is I think this is 1.5 by 5 or something. 6061 aluminum. So there's our new shock bracket. Now I have to duplicate it.
So Bart went and grabbed the transmission. Sean's transmission in Westland, they turned it around pretty quick. They took the 4L60, refabbed it, Bart said he said billet this, titanium that. He doesn't know. But either way, looks like reconditioned torque converter and full rebuild. He said he was putting all new electronics, new clutches and everything. I guess it was the third and fourth gear clutches were out. And did he tell you anything else about what was out in that old one?
No, they were slipping, and then I think they had
Slipping and sliding. He had to turn down the bearing because we were running the bearing at too high. So the volume had to come down on the bearing. Oh, there you go. Whoa. There's a whole box of parts.
He said this was wore out, causing the slippage. The
Gotcha.
bearings on there, and then
Well, yeah, they're not round, they're flat.
yeah, and then this, whatever this piece was rubbing up against the case or whatever. So he had to machine that and fix that. So all good to go. All the good parts in there.
That's the old smoke that came out, and then there's new smoke in there, because when it comes to transmissions, all I know is you put power in, power comes out. Everything that happens in between, don't really follow on. But yeah, for sure there's a lot of new stuff in there. Or are those just the extra parts when you put it back together? It's like, well, I didn't find anywhere to put these, so
He
these
lightened it
parts
up a
aren't
little
in there.
bit, so it'll be faster.
Yeah, it should be good. But either way, he flipped that around for us in a week, got that all done, ready to go. So Bart's going to get that back in there, and hopefully this will be running driving, because if you see on the hoist, our big thing is that it's too tall. So on the two posts, they have to work on stools underneath. It also takes away our storage space, because now with the jet airplane in here and 1.0 is apart, waiting for head gaskets and everything else, the shop's cramped. So get this done, get this out of here, so that we can consolidate some stuff over here again and get moving. But so Bart's gonna get that back together, drive that thing over, and then we'll store it. I think we're taking it down to Autorama, so you'll see it in a couple weeks down there, running and driving. He just making the video because, like, literally, I do think that Sean said it was neutral drops over the last 50 miles or so that were put on this that caused all the damage. He was somehow able to date stamp everything to say this was perfectly fine when it was issued to said personnel that had it on sick week, but within 50 miles of the end of the transmission, too many neutral drops, too many power shifts, too many burnouts, too many tail drags, too many nose drops. I don't know if I can think of any other acronyms, but
Donuts.
those are all the things that they did. Donuts, too many donuts with it. Was that them eating too many donuts, or was that too many donuts in the vehicle? But either way, gonna get that back together and get that out of here. And it was definitely Stanky's fault.